Good morning, Intenders.
Good morning.
Welcome to Morning Intentions. Today is Thursday, November 13th. Thank you for joining us for this month of What's Your Why? Such an important question because actually in our personal development journey and the one that we're taking you all on, we want everybody at any moment to know their why. But don't fret if you don't know. Like I said yesterday, we are practicing. That's the thing that's wonderful about personal development. It's all just practicing. If we know better, we can do better. And we recognize, man, I didn't do better even though I know better. That's just another day of practice. And we're all on this journey. Annette, I know you're practicing. I'm practicing. Everybody's practicing. Don't expect perfection from yourself because perfect is the enemy of good enough. If we beat ourselves up about not being perfect, actually we do more harm than good. We want to have a healthy sense of drive. Yes, I'm growing. I'm learning. I'm taking insight into action. I'm taking action into integration. Those are the 3 levels of growth. And as long as I'm on that journey, I'm doing just fine.
I couldn't wait for the podcast today because at the end of yesterday's, and I've had to go a whole day, after the end of yesterday's podcast, I thought about what you were saying toward the end of the podcast, that we really do need to have a lot of compassion for ourselves because when we first start being authentic, it feels different.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said something, I can't remember your exact words, but you said like the first time that you show up authentically, the 10th time you show up authentically, it takes a while to understand who are we, especially as we start learning to live from our values, as we start learning to lay down the habit of hustling for our worth and laying down the habit of perfectionism. I hope it's okay with you, but I wanted, and you just said it, I wanted to check in with you because at the very beginning of hustle culture, you shared with all of us of your struggle with perfectionism. You were noticing when you are not living by what you just said, that perfect is the enemy of the good. If you were holding yourselves to this perfectionistic standard, it was taking the joy out of things for you.
So much.
And I know it's not a reflection day, but I really wanted us to talk about that today. And I didn't talk to you about this purposely because I want it to be fresh. But, yesterday we're talking about we may not even understand how we want to show up in a certain situation until we start doing this work and we say, I don't have to show up as the person that does it all or the person that everyone can depend on or all those masks that we put onto ourselves that, oh yeah, I'm the one. Oh yeah, I'm the one. And when we think about moving from external validation to inner alignment, there can be this uncomfortable time because we don't even know what inner alignment feels like inner alignment. And that's why, we have our clients work with their values because that's a first step, understanding their needs, then understanding their values. Those are first steps. Have you experienced a change in, I'm going to use exercise because you love to exercise, but you were sharing that when you exercise, like sometimes your perfectionism can get in the way of your joy of exercise. Have you experienced any sort of a change? That's my first question, because we've had a month here now talking about this. And then when you think about shifting from proving to yourself, okay, I can do this, or I'm the person who does this, to just expressing your true authentic self, has there been a noticeable difference in your experience of exercising? Now, is exercising okay to talk about, Ada? I mean, would that be a good...
It's a good start, I will bring other things in.
Okay, so do you understand what I'm asking you?
I do. Has there been a shift in my inner experience, whether it's exercise or any other activity I partake in?
Yes. And because you're shifting from proving, we all are in hustle culture. We're hustling for our worth. We're proving something to somebody. Maybe it's just ourselves. And then we're shifting to this place of expression. And I'm wanting to just express my authenticity through whatever it is that I do.
I want to start by saying, when I was first starting to become more authentic just in my life, I will get to your question in a second. But when I was first starting to express myself authentically in my life, I was scared, you know what less. It was frightening. I had no idea, would people still like me? Did the people I love the most still love me? Would people accept me as my authentic self? I had no clue. And this is even about like what movie I liked or what book I was excited to read. Simple things that on the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. But it was so scary to be authentic about those little things that I was just frightened. And then what would happen is I was so scared, I would present my authentic opinions and thoughts and beliefs a little more aggressively than unnecessary. And
So
I'm
wait,
sure
wait, wait,
you
wait,
would
wait.
know.
So now what are you saying? First of all, you were scared. So did you express what was authentically
I did,
true?
and you would know this, that if I'm scared, I get a little aggressive in my opinions.
So did you ever hold back though? Did you-
I'd have in the past, yes.
Okay, because we were just talking with a client the other day, and she said to us that something can happen, and just to express her opinion about the something, it could be anything that she holds back because she's afraid that if she says what's really true, the people won't like her. They won't want to be her friend. They maybe will stop loving her.
Mm-hmm.
Like what you're talking about.
I knew everything she felt.
You knew everything. Yes, I could tell that you knew everything she felt. And that's why when we're moving from proving to expressing, this is a big deal.
It is.
This is a big deal for so many of us, and maybe all of us, but for so many of us, we go along to get along. We try to keep these masks on that we're this type of person, or we're agreeable over here, or we're part of this group. I mean, these masks, they start becoming extremely heavy to us and for us, but we wear multiple masks.
We wear masks depending on who we're around.
Yes,
we
can
have a
wear
work mask. We have a family mask. We can have a home by ourselves mask. We can have a restaurant mask. We can have a movie theater mask. We can have a mask for every area of our lives. And it could be like if you go to the eye doctor and they put that little thing in front of you, then they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're supposed to decide what looks best and which has the sharpest picture in that moment for whatever distance that they're testing you for. It can feel like that.
Yes.
Where in this moment, okay, is this a 1 mask or a 2 mask?
Yes.
Is this a 2 mask or a 3 mask? Is it a 3 or a 4? And then it goes on, and we're trying to figure out what's the perfect mask in this moment.
It really touched my heart when we were talking with our client the other day, because you could tell that it was getting extremely tiring deciding on which mask to put on at certain times, and also the masks that she was having to wear to show up as this certain image of herself. That was weighing heavy on her now. It was getting to be too much. So that's why I wanted to have this conversation with you. Could we continue this conversation tomorrow?
Yes, we need to, because I only answered part of your question. I did want to answer the whole thing because I have so much to say.
Okay.
I just wanted to start off. I was so scared to be authentic. And I
Yes.
think that's an experience a lot of people have.
That is for sure. So, okay, I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
I am too, because it's Reflection Friday, and I know we have so much to reflect on. So our intention for today is a reflection question. When I'm scared to live from an authentic why, what masks do I wear? When I'm scared to live from my authentic why, What masks do I wear? What masks do I put on? What masks do I show the world rather than my authentic self? Thank you so much for joining us today. Our day is always better because you are part of our day. See you tomorrow.
See you then.